the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Chairman Asiedu Nketia on the run as Accra High Court to rule over 20 million Ghana cedis defamation case. Na asembe na ba enti ndra na omutie the court proceedings of Richard Jakpa on Tuesday. No mutie the court proceedings of Richard Jakpa, cross-examination of Richard Jakpa and that of the Attorney General Godfrey Yeboadame. The next day, Nanka say Chairman Asiedu Nketia, Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, okojina witness box mu na yetochuna no. Na asembe na aba. Asiedu Nketia, General Mosquito, High Court in Accra has given lawyers of Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, 24 hours to file his medical excuse duty to justify whether the defendant failed to show up to mount his defense in the 20 million defamation case. Enti Professor B at the case according the Accra High Court against Chairman Asiedu Nketia say yembumbo no 20 million Ghana cedis. Asiedu Nketia tie say Professor na establish prima facie na judge na rule say Asiedu Nketia from July 1st on be opinion in defense on be kan nyina so a no wo a odi kan sansem ne fa Professor Dua Ajiman ho no Asiedu Nketia so yare o say no ho mfa no fine judge say o ho mfa wa fa o medical excuse duty from a certified doctor ebra judge enya botre etie na asem. Lawyers ne say medical excuse duty ne ewo traffic mo enya mbeduru yenko into the suit the entia yede Chairman Asiedu Nketia akọ court ena the entia Chairman Asiedu Nketia say no ho mfa no na the entia up to today say medical excuse duty ne enkoduru Accra High Court. The suit was filed by former Auditor General Professor Dua Ajiman. It is in connection with Mr. Asiedu Nketia's comments in the media to the effect that Professor Dua Ajiman generated fake audit reports resulting in him being sacked by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana. Enti, Chairman Asiedu Nketia, Eko Kasai radio show, specifically in ETFM, said Professor Dua Ajiman, former Auditor General, way back in 2018, or generated fake audit reports by a non-existent company. Nsem no emma ni reputation here damaged and affected both Ghana and abroad. Emma Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana trainer assign. Now Mr. Asiedu Nketia, who has never shown up personally in court since the case started in October 2018, was expected to open his defense on Monday, July 1st, but he failed to show up. Following the claim that the defendant was unwell, the court, presided over by Justice Audrey Kosovite, ordered his lawyers to produce a medical excuse duty to buttress their claim. Enti Chairman Asiedu Nketia, since October 2018, in a case Nishase, lawyers of the plaintiff no were establishing prima facie. Afei court say we tie ne nsem ni na yen nsembre yankofre Chairman Asiedu Nketia no be den on be yina no since July 1st Chairman Asiedu Nketia say ne ho mfa no na yanko proceedings no. When the case was called for hearing on Wednesday, July 3rd, for the medical excuse duty to be produced, counsel for the defendant, who held the brief for Samuel Kujo, informed the court that they were unable to present the medical excuse duty because the person bringing the document was running late due to the traffic situation, seeking a short adjournment. Enti, I say, Samuel Kujo say medical excuse duty ebe say Chairman Asiedu Nketia ho mfa no. Aka traffic mo na osre court ne mamre or the medical excuse duty ne beba. Ne words in code say he informs us this morning that he is running late to court as a result of the traffic situation on his route, which has been caused by weather conditions this morning. In the circumstance, we pray this court for a further court adjournment to enable us procure the same and bring same to the attention of the court. Counsel prayed. And not a judge and say, ha. Insuo na etoye na enam Asiedu Nketia kwan so ana nipa na Asiedu Nketia esma no ne kwan so ana na weather condition and intimate betena ha me judge ma betena weather condition wa wo di excuse am say di ban wa ba ha weather condition intino even plaintiff ono so abetena ne lawyers nso abetena obia eso betena bia abetena nipa nko a ode Asiedu Nketia medical excuse duty ba ono na weather condition nya if judge say sa excuse no flimsy and feeble. Now also meanwhile the judge who was not happy with the excuse said, I honestly find the reasons submitted by counsel for defendant very, very feeble because notwithstanding the weather conditions, the court is present. Yet was. She added that since the person was already on his way, lawyers for the defendant should file the excuse duty. Consequently, she ordered the court clerks to receive the report first thing tomorrow morning. Tienano pay to say a year can say on this report. Asiedu Nketia's medical excuse duty essay Kudru Accra High Court by the judge's orders. Now, the case has been adjourned to Ochina, July 5th, 2024. Inti Ochina, Asiedu Nketia is expected, say, and I said the representative on the lawyers, they expect to say, on be on first defense, Ochina, against our 20 million defamation suit. Now, background, and I said, Professor Duajimai is arguing that the allegation by Mr. Asiedu Nketia is without basis and that it only sought to impugn his integrity, dignity, and reputation in the eyes of right-thinking members of society. According to the plaintiff, the defendant on October 2nd, 2018 made some unsubstantiated and disparaging statements on an Accra-based radio station, NIT FM, accusing him of producing fake audit accounts in 1983 while he was at the audit service. He is reported to have said that the plaintiff was banned from the auditing in 1983 by the Institute of Chartered Accountants, producing fake account for a non-existent company. In view of the ban, the plaintiff could not practice as a private auditor. Until someone Asiedu Nketia ko kan e NIT FM no say as Institute of Chartered Accountants more Professor Duajimai na or no produce fake accounts for a non-existent company. Be produce sa evidence no Asiedu Nketia say oyare. Nsem na can for Professor Duajimai no be produce evidence no be produce in so because fake audit reports there and they anything and the ones that can report na was submitted report say minina suoni Asiedu Nketia say oyare na relief Professor Duajimai eje free chairman Asiedu Nketia na so catch court and say omumbumbo chairman Asiedu Nketia. Professor Duajimai is accordingly praying the court to declare that the defendant's publication on NIT FM that he was banned by the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana for producing fake audited reports for a non-existent company is slanderous and defamatory of him, and same was made without reasonable, just, and probable cause. In the statement, they said, in summer court in Jintum, saying summer chairman Asiedu Nketia kokaina, a good hufin, a sansu eni na so bia na one fa oni na so pepe or the kasa asem. Court na NDC Dumelovo. Professor Duajimai is seeking a further declaration that the defendant's publication on NIT FM that he was sacked from the audit service by reason of dishonesty was slanderous and defamatory of him, and same was made without any reasonable, just, or probable cause. He wants the court to grant an order of injunction directed at the defendant, agents, assigns, and privies from continuing to make any further defamatory publication about him. Enti examiner okasa say court na engine tum say chairman Asiedu Nketia kan na enye no kore no. Chairman Asiedu Nketia ne deputies as chair obites amijemfi any nkrofo bia omo ne chairman Asiedu Nketia ye adwuma bia no court na si ho kwan say omuntimi nka saa asɛm no de biara ɛwɔ bebia because nyina so papa bia ni so ɛna court na tell say ewulu say saa asɛm no kan ɛnyɛ no korrect. Now he wants the court to direct the defendant to retract the said defamatory publication and render an unqualified apology in the same prominence on NET FM, and 4 publications in the Daily Graphic is also being sought. Enti onko onsanso ko NET FM no onko yere on troll letter nko NET FM say nsem na oka was our platform no so no enye no correct. Saa so na Daily Graphic onye publication enan ewo Daily Graphic munko a enti say one Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Nina, no fantro and tour, and she say, Odintro, F.R. Professor Dia Ajima. And the first one is on the cotton engine to him say and draw. Now, no Nina so be a 2. Uncle NET FM, non co apologize. 3. Non co Daily Graphic, non co printing or Daily Graphic move times 4. Say, in some no kayana, and yano correct. Now, general damages and compensatory damages up to the tune of 20 million Ghana cedis for the loss of reputation is also being sought against the defendant. On 20 million Ghana cedis in court. Na on farmer Professor Duajima, so I can't answer my enim a fan. Yanko follow the proceedings of Richard Jakpa, cross-examination of Richard Jakpa. And Attorney General into us judge in the say Richard Jakpa aha in your lecture room now by lecturing na questions Attorney General Bisanon for in so for in yano ebra.
Annexure B deals specifically with external finishing of ambulances for Mercedes-Benz, which is contingent on Annexure A, which is specification of ambulance-based vehicle. So, my lord, you have to take this up. Annexure B deals specifically with the external finishing of ambulance for the Mercedes-Benz, which is contingent on Annexure A, which is the specification of ambulance-based vehicle. The Annexure A deals with the vehicle itself. The vehicle itself. Annexure B deals with fittings and any changes that is done to convert it from its original state into an ambulance.
Is there any provision in either the main contract itself? Is there any provision in either the main contract, in the 1 point up, and either the main contract itself, as well as the annexes, the first annexes A, B, and C, in which big C is specifically mandated convert any vehicle into an ambulance. And you see, the annexes talks about the parts of the ambulance. That's all. The annexes. I don't know if you that from Asiedu. Okay, so you answer that question, please.
My lord, page 2 of Exhibit V lists the manufacturing of the entire ambulance as the duty of BC General Trading NSC from government. And clause 21.1 as an integral part of this contract. Encapsulates all the contract plus its annexures and all other documents related to it as one contract. And once the contract is awarded to Big C, the responsibility of every clause in the contract and its annexures.
Once the contract is awarded,
any obligation in our
The gentleman who put his hand up. Yes, he was there. First group, second person. You looking back to the one of
I need my confirmation. I'll have to see. Let's begin for it.
Annexia B, which talks of conversion of ambulance, is an integral part of Exhibit B and cannot be isolated and dealt with alone as a separate document. And that is backed by clause 21 of the contract. And furthermore, clause 21, which deals with entire agreement, and my lord, this ambulance are tailor-made. Tailor-made, best food. To the specification of government, because Exhibit V was drafted by government
OBS.
and not fixed.
OBS.
And
OBS.
this Exhibit V was produced by the Attorney General's office and approved the contract and all its annexure attachments as a whole document for it to be signed between government and state. So for government or the Attorney General to now claim that there's a portion for government or the Attorney General to not claim that there is a problem with the contracts that his office
So, Maria, go ahead. It's not a question. Okay, I mean, I'll call the question. But that's fine. But when he finished with already, I'll say there's a problem. When they don't have not finished, there's a problem.
As a lawyer, I'm sure you are used to
Yes,
a lot of it.
yes.
So please.
Okay. Let's say that's okay. Fine. Let's do it.
as I was my lord, this Exhibit B
Let's go up. Second one, the 8. For the whole, thank you put down of the whole contract design to the government. So for the AG to now claim that
for the AG to now claim that a portion of the contract did not confer obligation of conversion on Big C that his ministry has approved for government cannot be laid at the doorstep of BC except government and the Attorney General's doorstep.
It's good to our Facebook.
I am pretty